This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need a concentrate to feel it. Rover, something terrible must have happened here. We have to be cautious. This is a tacit field. Let's take out those tacit discords first.
Bad timing. I sense your weakness. One with the sounds. Leave it to me. Swift and resolute. The end has come. One with the sounds.
Let me be your blade. Synchronization. Withering! Storm, hear my command!
Leave it to me.
Let me be your blade.
Swift and resolute. Leave it to me. Endless reverberation. Administering first aid. Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us.
Let me be your blade.
Precipitant! Leave it to me. Such a nuisance. Swift and resolute. One with the sounds.
Let me be your blade.
Let the winds roar.
think I found something, Rover. Watch out! Something's not right. Help! Help! Brother. Help! It seems to only repeat tacit discords attack other living beings. Because this one probably devoured, turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous. I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. Rover, I think it seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. The village is crying. Something truly awful must have, based on the evidence we've found and the condition of these ruins. Perhaps the tacit field has kept this village from being There must be something we can do. We may find the victim. I'll inform Chuzia about what happened here. Can we continue? Sorry. I know it doesn't sound very convincing. Thank you, Rover. As for the little one here, let's... Ritualistic? Why are they here? They seem to belong to a different time. I remember reading about something like this. People held...
I see.
The area is a mess. Look, there are many footprints. Someone with... These cards. I see. The Fraxidus is likely behind it all.
The Fraxidus?
Yes. I don't know much about the Fraxidus, but as an outrider, I've worked on related cases. It's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords. They've caused terror.
Fusing humans?
We've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou, left by lower-ranked members called artificers. Above the artificers are the overseers, leaders with eerie abilities and unknown intentions. No one knows their true intention. There is one particularly insane overseer, a man who sees no order, and they belong to this one overseer. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers, who knows what... Huh?
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent so much time on it. If you need to hear it from a cruel and twisted maniac. We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances. The girl She's gonna sway your judgment. Aw, so you Don't worry. I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that to begin with. I heard you've lost your... Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of You are the From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. That's why I'm here. Because the truth hurts sometimes. You could say I'm looking for... My goal is simple. Come on. Observe the surround... As you learn more about this world, your true desire... And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time. Maybe you should be asking me what actually... I won't tell you everything just yet, so go ahead. What do you see? Bravo! Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn? How typical. But let me ask you this. Do you truly believe the real world can be... Let me give you a couple more... The truth is far more complicated than you... First, who are the players? An innocent girl? A revered Next, what makes false devotion? Fleet. Now, Rover, I'm eager to hear your version.
Conception.
Our story. Once upon a time, in a peaceful... In the day, they toiled for food. Fables. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by men. Whatever you learn from it, like us now. This village marks... So that magistrate led you here to meet me. One day, the shepherd brought them promises. No, quite the opposite. With a wave of his hand, his flock obeyed. They no longer had to struggle for... The flock worshipped their What's wrong? Imagine you were one of those lambs. Facing... Oh, you are right. It's up to the... The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties. As each night passed, it was the old Rover. Do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you? I once believed that too. But true equality, the world was never to receive equal retribution. When every wish comes with a hefty... When they can make someone... They all rush. Funny. Later, the shepherd opened. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual, but the black lamb was nowhere to be found. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes. After witnessing the black lamb's actions and hearing from their those oblivious lambs. Well done. You didn't let... Now, I wonder, answer me and I'll reveal who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs? Oh, so you're siding... Is that the kind of... Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes? They must have poured theirs, but that's not my... Here's my... Don't... What is the truth you...
The shepherd was granting wishes.
Really? Do you really believe a... Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again, until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. Black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story? Rove, what really happened here, I suppose? The Black Lamb who rebelled against the innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other. They had it. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the fun answer, but I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I... Interest... Well then, let's see if this Black Lamb... Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take?
Wind guide me.
Oh, you found us already. Shake and shiver, blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. A fleece of white, black, and red. Who's the sweetest one ahead?
Break. What are the sounds?
Synchronization.
Watch out, I dare you! Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Join them on this right path, and I've got a scorchingly delightful welcome for you up ahead.